This story out of Texas is shocking, and we warn you, it may be hard to watch. It all went down last week at this restaurant in Houston when a masked man with a gun enters and demands money. But as soon as the robber walks in, this customer begins fiddling with his pockets. It turns out that bystander wasn't looking for his wallet. When the robber walks past the customer a second time, the guy pulls out a gun and opens fire, shooting 9 times. He continues to shoot as he walks towards the robber on the floor and takes his gun. After he has the gun, he fires one more shot at the robber's head. But as the shooter walks away, he realizes the gun the robber was using was fake. The customers get their money back and leave the store, and the shooter throws a cup at the robber's head as he steps over him to leave. The shooter left before police arrived on the scene. Texas lawyers say that the shooter was well within his rights according to state laws, but local police are still trying to locate the man for questioning, though no criminal charges are anticipated. That's President Biden.
I watched the whole actual video, and oh my God, this guy went up in there, as y'all saw. It was just like y'all saw, but without the, you know what I'm saying, stuff being edited. And man. I bet you he wish he wouldn't have came in that goddamn restaurant and robbed him that day. Just for the simple fact, that's stupid to just to rob someone, definitely in an open restaurant like that. And then think about it, they up here talking about, yeah, gun violence is out of control, but at the same time, look what happened. And yeah, we might not have a lot of heroes like this guy right here, but if you take away the rights, well, who will be right to be able to take away from the criminal, the bad guy?
Yeah, I knew it. I knew they were going to steal the stuff.
Oh, that's why.
I knew they were going to steal something. Let's see, 3 young ladies with all this stuff. Let's see here. Okay.
You got the license plate?
She's covering it. I'm just waiting for them to leave. They gotta get. Yeah.
She just gets close for her baby. Hey, it doesn't matter. You have to pay. You're gonna get caught by the police. Hey, guys, you got it. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. Man, you need to go do something. Yeah.
Oh, they're actually driving off without closing it.
My thing is, how were they able to walk out with all that stuff at TJMAXX? Now, y'all saw exactly what I saw, and they had a lot of clothes. Ain't no way they was, well, they did, because we see that they did, but I'm still discombobulated about the whole situation. You got that much courage to come out of TJMAXX and do what y'all did. And then she's sitting there saying that she don't think it's bad because she ain't clothes for her baby. What about people who need clothes for their baby? Do you see them robbing stores the way that she's robbing the store? Because she really robbing the store now. I don't know if they got these ladies' information, but somebody needs to be on that because that's a lot. Man, she robbing them blind.
Oh, let me the fuck In the early hours of July 2nd, 2022, police arrested a young female involved in a scuffle in front of the bars in downtown Stevens Point, Wisconsin. The female, later identified as 18-year-old Rebecca Vallejo, yelled at the top of her voice because of a missing phone and swore she'd fight anyone who took it. A fight involving two males broke out in front of the bars. When officers tried to separate the fight, Rebecca joined in, going after one of the males until she fell. Police tried to restrain her, but she remains uncooperative and keeps yelling at them. Police can try to defuse the situation, with several eyewitnesses recounting the ordeal before officers begin to take Rebecca away. Rebecca keeps yelling as officers take her to their vehicle. She can be seen crying in frustration while being escorted by two officers. Once inside the police car, Rebecca keeps screaming and kicking. An officer tells her to stop, but she remains adamant.
Stop kicking!
I believe
Stop kicking!
I will never stop this!
We're just going to end up trying to ID her quick.
Stop kicking!
Ignoring the officer's request, Rebecca continues kicking even harder. Police begin to speak to her to get her to calm down. However, Rebecca doesn't stop, asking the officers what they want from her. She then begins to swear at officers.
You ain't doing this because you're f***ing young as fuck! You stupid as bitch! I'm a female! You slam me in the f***ing cement! Right! I didn't do shit! You slam me in the f***ing cement, you stupid as f***! What, you got me in handcuffs? You think I'm scared? Nah!
The cursing continues for several minutes as Rebecca totally loses it. She's not even afraid to go to jail, even when officers tell her she will.
Not very long.
No!
You're off to jail.
Oh, honey, I don't give a f***.
Neither do I.
While the officers talk outside, camera footage shows Rebecca continuing to kick and scream. At this time, officers begin to drive her to the station, but something unexpected happens. Rebecca slips from her cuffs and begins to hit the squad divider as much as possible. She even tries to open the car door while asking officers to let her out. Police are now at the station with Rebecca still in the car. She takes a quick break from her freakout to fix her makeup and eyelashes like every normal person before resuming hitting and asking to get out.
Listen, I'm an animal! I'm a f***ing animal!
Officers can be seen talking outside the vehicle. Although their conversation isn't obvious, one officer is heard talking about Rebecca still kicking. A female officer talks to Rebecca, who says she isn't going to hurt the officer.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not like that. I'm mad. Why do you think I've been touching this? I'm mad. I'm not gonna hurt you. Okay?
My mom told me she would give me $500 if I could beat this level in Top Wars, so let's do this. I got some backup to help me get these guys off the blocks, which is literally impossible. So the goal is to get resources off of the blocks by shooting at them, but sometimes I miss them, so I'm just gonna grab a new gun from here. A lot of people don't believe this game is real, but it is, and it's so addicting. I'm doing so bad. Hopefully this third guy can help me win, but I don't have a good feeling about this, you guys. I'm starting to think that this game is impossible to win. Maybe you have what it takes. Download Top War today.
She continues by saying she's a good person.
I'm a good person. You'll see it.
She shortly explains what happened before the arrest, adding that she is a white female. Outside, the female officer continues speaking to Rebecca, who says that she isn't going to touch the officer. She adds that she only wanted to hurt the guy who tried to hurt her friend. Further footage shows the female officer taking Rebecca off the car after putting her cuffs back on. After she was taken in, Rebecca, who smelled of intoxicants, submitted to a preliminary test with a result of 0.133. The young adult was charged with felony battery, threat to an officer, and misdemeanor counts of resisting and disorderly conduct. She later released on a $1,000 signature bond. Added to that, Rebecca received a citation for underage alcohol consumption.